because we have a special guest in the kitchen with us today, and if you do not know her name by now, you will after this episode, as we will be baking something sweet and savory combined. But let me not give too much away of who the guest is. I'll allow her to introduce herself a little bit later. But as for now, we just like to thank Kitchen 82 for hosting us, as well as Metro Fresh and Coca-Cola for sponsoring this episode. And welcome back to my kitchen. As I mentioned earlier, we have a very special guest in the kitchen today. If I may say, we have a queen in the kitchen today. So without further ado, let me allow her to introduce herself.
Hello everyone, my name is Hendrine Shikongo. I'm 22 and I'm in my final year studying Bachelor of Education, and I am also a Miss Namibia 2024 semi-finalist.
Wow, I'm in the presence of royalty.
Thank you.
Well, we have quite a lot happening on this table. Why don't you tell us what we're going to be making today?
Alright, so we are going to be making
I see chocolates, I see banana. Can I take a guess?
Yes, please.
Take a guess? Okay. I might be right. I feel like this is such an easy guess. So I'm going to guess chocolate chip banana bread.
Amazing. Round of applause
Great.
for you.
I love banana bread. Add chocolate to it, I'm a goner.
I love chocolate too.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
I'm sure every girl does. I'm sure every girl
So as
does.
our viewers must be aware, I'm just your assistant today. You are in charge, and you need to tell me where to dive in as we make this bread and get to know you and your journey as we are approaching Miss Namibia. Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm excited. I think it's because I've been delaying for 2 years now.
Why?
I've been telling myself when the time is right, then I will participate. But I think it's overdue now. And it's just the fact that this year I've been motivated to finally participate. A lot of my family members have been telling me it's time. And if you don't participate now, then I will get that form for you. So.
By fire or force, you're going to participate this year. So why? Because I know that this is not just your everyday pageant, it's school pageant. This is quite a big thing, and if you do go on to win, you get to carry the Namibian flag with you. You get to be that face for Namibia, that personality. What made you decide that this is something you want to pursue?
Awesome. I love this question so much because as a beauty queen, you need to know your why, and that is one of the most important aspects in the pageant industry. So I've been doing pageantry since I was a child, since I was 6 years old.
It's in the blood already.
So it's something that I've honestly been passionate about, and obviously at a younger age, it was more for the confidence, you know, the confidence or the positive reinforcement you get after you win or you do so well and everybody just applauds you. And that was the foundation of why I started. And as I grew into it, I got to realize that this is a platform for me to voice my opinion, to voice what I stand for, what is my personal cause, what is my individual brand. And I can honestly say that I'm passionate about working with children and having to positively impact their lives. I'm studying education, so I'm just so happy that I'm in the line of education and I get to be exposed to different personalities, different children from different backgrounds, and getting to learn their behaviors. So it's something that I want to take education. I want to take it outside of the classroom confinement and take it out into, you know, the streets, into different areas where children normally gather. So I just want to be able to impact them positively in as many beautiful ways as possible. I want to be a beacon of hope, beacon of love, and also just serve the Namibian nation.
Wow, that's actually a beautiful...
Oh, I'm supposed to move in here.
No, you are there.
Oh, okay.
Can I reply now? Wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful reason to participate in something like the Miss Namibia pageant. You have some big shoes to fill. I mean, our previous queens, they have been out there doing the most.
Yeah, yeah.
So before we continue, I think it's time for us to
let's dig into it. Let's dig into it.
I'll peel these bananas for you. You can mush them.
Alrighty.
So
let me move this closer.
One of the most important things when it comes to the beauty industry, especially for Miss Namibia, is your charity or advocacy. Am I safe to assume that it's in the line with children and education?
Yes, absolutely.
Just tell us more about what your plans are. Like, what are you advocating for? And we know where your passion lies for it. Yeah. But what is your plan forward in regards specifically to the pageant?
Okay, so let me start with my personal, my personal aspect or personal contribution to it. So with the Miss Namibia, I believe this is an opportunity for me personally to grow as an individual and be able. I can start.
You
right?
can start.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to try and multitask now and speak and do this at the same time. So this is a platform for me to grow as an individual. Learn as much as I can from the pageant organizing team as well as the existing queen. And when it comes to my cause, my charity work, like you mentioned earlier, it is safe to say that I love working with children, and I'm for the welfare of children because we have a lot of children in informal settlements. Or let me rather start from the part where I inform you that I grew up in an informal settlement. I was born and raised in Hakahana and then later moved to Havana. So growing up in such an environment has taught me so much about giving back to my community because there were so many people that constantly came and joined us at a tree somewhere in the location, and we would join and they would teach us on the importance of going for your dreams, you know, going for your dreams, or being strong and donating stuff to us, food to us, school uniform to us. And I think that has played a big role in my life as an individual, to want to give back to that kind of community. So that is what I want to pursue. I want to continue. I want to collaborate with different people that can help me stand in the gap and make the change in their lives. And yes, these are big shoes to fill.
Definitely.
Honestly, big shoes to fill. I mean, the previous queen is a gorgeous, gorgeous queen. She is amazing. She loves children as well. I've seen that. I've noticed that. And she has just made her cause so clear, so much clear to the Namibian nation. And I love that. I love that. And I will have to put in the hard work.
Yeah.
I'll have to put in everything that I am, who I am, and just lay my heart out there to all the children, to everybody, so that, you know, I will never really be able to match up to her because we are all different individuals, different personalities, different journeys, but hopefully they get to see the authentic me, you know, get to see me for who I am and cherish that while I obviously impact lives. I love children.
I can already feel the energy whenever you mention children. I love it.
Yeah.
So we do know that the Miss Namibia pageant has different aspects. It's not just about the charity, it's also about meeting the other contestants, bonding. I do understand that there are usually trips lined up that you guys get to do some team building, get to know each other. Is there a specific part in this pageant that you can just not wait for?
You know what? I got to meet the ladies just briefly the first time when we had our top 20 photo shoots, and I couldn't really tell much about their personalities and how they are until we had our very first workshop on Saturday. And it was amazing because I got to be paired before that. I got to be paired, not paired, but grouped with different amazing ladies with different personalities, and it might be a little bit difficult to try and, you know, blend in or try and understand these different personalities, but you know, there's beauty in getting to meet different people, from different backgrounds. You get to
learn from them, and they get to learn from you.
Yeah, you get to learn from them, and I love it so much, and I can't wait for all the team building activities, and I love that. I love that, and I cannot
Sounds
wait for that.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see all the gowns. Honestly, that's my favorite part. I get to see the final gowns, and usually it's always the thing of you guys. All Namibians' previous pageants, the gowns are always just to die for.
Gorgeous.
They give you these breathtaking everything.
You know, I've been watching the pageant almost every year since I can remember watching, and that is one segment that I look forward to. The evening gowns.
It's where your jaw just drops and you get goosebumps, and the way they walk with confidence.
It's so graceful to see them up there.
It could never be me.
Yeah, it could. It could.
No, I'm right here, happy in my little kitchen. I will invite all of you to my kitchen, but for now I'll stay away from the stage.
Awesome.
But don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this short break. And we're back, and we kind of realized that during the break we could have been busy making the bread, but we didn't.
Yeah.
We got to chatting, and it just went all the way. When you have chemistry with someone, you just have chemistry.
Butterflies everywhere.
But we did make all our measurements. We melted our butter and are ready to mix everything in the bowl, because I cannot wait to taste what a queen does with chocolate chip banana bread. So let's get right to it. Here you go, my queen.
Thank you. Thank you, queen.
So please, I have to know your love for children. This has just been something that's been there from day one. How have you found your studies in education? Because a lot of people, I studied journalism, and every time I mention to someone that I'm studying journalism, they're like, oh, so you took the easy way out, just like educators.
Really?
And I'm like, if only people knew what journalists have to go through.
It is not the easy way out.
So what is your comment on that specific thing that people say?
Oh wow, I didn't actually know that. People think journalism and education is the easy way out, because I can attest to that as somebody that is in the education sector. It's not the easy way out, and I think for somebody to choose to go into education, you need to have the heart for the children.
Definitely.
Because why do we have educators that do not have the heart for children and do not want to be role models in children's lives? Yeah, and that is and that is what I'm for, honestly. I think that is why, one of the reasons as to why I chose to study education. There were so many careers. At some point I was considering studying law until I told myself, but I don't think it's something I'm passionate about or something that I'd want to get into.
Oh, and I think law is also one of the things where you do need the passion, because it's a lot of work. If you don't have love for it, you're going to drown very fast.
Yeah.
So how are you finding it? You said you're in your final year. How has the journey been, finding your feet, the teacher you want to be? Like, how has that journey been?
Well, I can say that having to study this and finding out what kind of teacher you will be, what kind of teacher you are, has a lot to do with personal identity, self-identity as well. Getting to know yourself. What works with you as an individual? Are you more of the engaging teacher that speaks to her learners constantly, maybe after classes, after the sessions? Or are you more to yourself, not really shutting, but just closing the learners off and having your personal time? But I got to realize that I am the most people's person, people's teacher that anybody can be, because I love engaging with them.
So you'll be an active, hands-on teacher. I love that. For our viewers, when we were on the break, she kind of just taught me the recipe. So I'm just going with the flow. But for your sake, I'll explain what I just did, because I just realized after our little chat, I'm just going for it. Okay, so what we did was we threw in our melted butter, we added our 100 grams of sugar. You can choose brown sugar or white sugar, but I usually go, or you usually go for white sugar, as I can see.
I love
I
using
also
my
prefer white
sugar
sugar in most of my things. We added 1 egg. We added some baking soda, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. So next step is our flour.
Yay.
This brings together the banana bread. Are you ready? I'm gonna throw this in little by little because I know how difficult this
can
might
be.
be.
Once you pour everything in, then it can be really, really difficult to stir.
But I love when it starts to just come together.
Yeah, like yay!
The bread's
My
coming.
artwork is coming together. You know, I'm actually majoring in English and arts, and we do a lot of paintings and a lot of artworks. And this could be some form of art. You know,
I think baking and cooking is definitely a form of art. You cannot. And I think all our chefs out there can agree with us that it's definitely an art form. The focus it takes.
Yes.
I try following recipes sometimes and I follow them to the T. But because it's my first time and also baking shouldn't be a mathematical thing. It came out extremely wrong. We don't talk about that.
Nothing wrong with that, but
We don't talk about that right now. So please do tell me, how has your family been with this journey? Like, how can you describe their support in you taking on this big thing?
Well, initially finding out that I made it into top 20 because at a certain point we couldn't tell them until we were officially released for the public to know that, to get to know the top 20. And they were excited, I tell you, because it's my family and friends that have been really motivating me that, hey, it's time, you've been delaying now. And them finding out,
2 years, imagine. 2 years. But what stopped you previous times? Like, what made you feel like you were not ready to do it in the past 2 years?
Honestly, I think it came a lot with self-doubt. And maybe because I was not ready if I was doubting myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so it got to a point where I really got to find who I am, why I want to enter, and what impact I'm going to make, you know, on the Namibian nation. Because it's not just an individual crown, or rather this crown of mine is not if I get to win, when I get to win. It's not just my crown, it's the people's crown, it's my family's crown, it's the Namibian nation's crown. So I needed to find myself, I needed to find confidence in who I am. And yeah, I mean, if you are a queen, that is a platform for you to speak to people of your confidence as well. I cannot be on stage and portray shyness. I need to be a queen.
You need to show that confidence that I know who I am. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we might have this bread ready for you and we can rate it out of 10. I'm sure with a queen by my side, it's a 10 out of 10. We'll be right back after this short break.
This is Africa. Good morning.
My name is Aina Raizakaya alongside Diana Mustard.
In the ANC conference in December. So starting off with the cycling.
Africa, good morning. Do have a lovely...
Minister Monica Mchangwa has said that
with the soccer, the English Premier League continued, the biggest game being...
On that note, it is all our love, all our light.
And welcome back to the final segment of What's Cooking, where we get to taste all of our hard work. And as you can see, our banana bread came out pretty good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks amazing.
It smells good.
It smells amazing.
I wish you guys could have been here with the aroma in this kitchen when we opened that oven. It was amazing. It really was. But before we get to taste our hard work, I am just dying to know, who was Hendrina younger version of you, like high school you? Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I have a lot of siblings actually.
Okay.
I have 3 younger siblings, 3 younger sisters, and up to 7 older siblings.
Wow.
So it's a big family.
It's definitely a big family. So you really have a whole village to support you in your journey.
I I do. It's not just the siblings, everybody else, but it's a big family, honestly. And I love that it's big.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
can
like
imagine.
I'm talking down on those with fewer siblings, but I love that I'm part of a big family, honestly.
Let me guess. It's a loud house.
Well, we don't no we don't all live together.
Okay.
Yeah, most of my siblings are older, so they're married, living on their own. Yeah. So we're quite not together. But when we are together, like on holidays and stuff, then it's a loud holiday.
That's the type of loud I can live with, you know.
Same.
But when you're usually around so much loud noises, like family, everyone wants their own thing, everyone's saying their own thing. When you get time for yourself, does it not get boring? Like it's so quiet.
It actually becomes so interesting that you spend time to yourself, and then it becomes peaceful at times until you get to miss your siblings again. But time alone is awesome as well. It's amazing.
Wow. So, what does Hendrina's week look like on like a basic day to day from Monday to Sunday? What does your schedule look like? We just want to see what keeps a queen busy, you know?
So, I'm going to be very open outside of being a Miss Namibia semi-finalist.
Yes.
So, I'm going to explain my schedule then, and then explain how it looks like now.
Okay.
So, then it wasn't as busy, but it was still busy, especially last year, because Mondays I would have, I'm part of a worship band, Clive and the Now Generation. So we had
So we have a
rehearsals.
singer in the house. Wow. I wish I knew this earlier. We could have belted some bars
Right.
for us.
So on Mondays I'll be busy with worship rehearsals, and then on Tuesdays I had discipleship classes, and then Wednesdays I have midweek service. So I'm a church girl.
We
I'm
love that.
in and
We
out of the
love
church
that.
building every time. And then Fridays I'd have young adults night. So it was quite busy but refreshing every time that I get to be in that presence with other people that love God as well. And now as you know,
As
a queen,
Take me
in my
already a
element, in my element, it is quite busy as well. With the Miss Namibia schedule, we have the timetable was just recently released. So we have training on training, and I kind of, it's a little too much, but I understand why it is that way.
Yeah.
Because we need to be polished, you know, for some of us that have not been
On a stage,
on
like a big
for
stage
a
like this
while.
before. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so we are constantly being trained, and that's okay. I'm open to that. And apart from the Miss Namibia schedule with the interviews and the training, I'm also currently doing different activities to, you know, put myself out there so that people understand me and they know my heart and they know what I stand for. So I have different activities lined up. I'm not going to reveal some just
no,
yet.
don't spoil it for us. We want to see through the socials how things build up. Like that's what social media is for.
Yeah, so it's quite busy. It's quite busy, but I love being busy.
Yeah, that sounds good. It's exciting, you know, because I know it's busy, but it's busy with things you've never done before.
Yeah.
It's busy with a group of ladies that you
Yeah.
get to know that I'm sure has as bright of a personality as you do.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
amazing.
seen the top 20. They
Yeah,
all
amazing.
seem amazing, and I know
Super
a few
lovely.
of them only through social media. Their social media presence are just, they're really themselves.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see all of you through your journey. But I think it's time for us to taste this cake.
Yes, please.
As everyone can see, I put on my glasses for this so that I can, you know, just cut the biggest slice for myself. Because like I said, me and banana bread, nothing ever happened between us. So I'm going to give you the first
The
slice.
smell, oh wow. I'm glad that we are cutting into it now.
It just needs to be tasted, honestly. I usually put butter on mine, but for the chocolate, I'm not so sure how you'd want yours. So
I could try it with a little bit of butter and
go
see.
ahead, dig in my
Because I'm not really a butter girl.
Oh, this is so nice and soft. There we go. Add a little bit of butter. Okay. So I need to know, where did you go to high school? So that when we do win, we can go visit your school and be like, did you know that Miss Namibia was like in your class? Or like,
She was like a learner here. Do you know?
did you know her? Like,
So I attended my primary school at Moses Karwe Primary
Okay.
School, yeah. That's in Katutura. and then I moved on right next door to Hagikinkop High School. So it's like there's only a fence that divides
the schools.
Yeah. So it's quite cool, and I loved my high school journey. I was a behaved learner, I can say that. I was a behaved learner, and I was a head girl in my grade 12
final year.
Yeah. So it was really.
So leadership
lovely.
roles are no stranger to you.
You need to take.
So you're already a foot in the door when it comes to this.
You need to take on
So
your
as you
journey.
can see, we have a nice cold Coke in front of you.
Refreshing.
Because I always feel like no meal is complete without a glass of Coke.
Yes.
So I think it's time that we just open this up.
Yeah.
I'm always scared when I do my nails and I have to open a Coke.
So you need to put it a bit far from you so that it doesn't, in your
Mine
face.
is like, get there. We go.
Awesome.
So let's just pour this before we take a sip, like a taste of this chocolate. Chocolate banana. I almost said chocolate cake.
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Banana. I almost said chocolate cake.
Look, we know you love chocolate, so.
Excuse me. So let's just cheers to a delicious chocolate chip banana bread.
Cheers. Oh, so refreshing.
Are you ready for what we've all been waiting for?
I'm super excited.
Okay, here goes nothing.
Oh, wow.
This must be one of the moist banana breads I've ever eaten. I feel like we should eat the rest of this off screen because it's not going to get any pretty.
This is mind-blowing.
It's not going to get pretty if we continue eating on screen. But before we say bye to our viewers, where can they reach out to you to find out more about your journey? Whether it's on a social media platform or email address if you're that bold. Where can our viewers reach out to you and get to know more about you?
Definitely on social media. So I am on Instagram. My name is Hendrine.Shikongo. It's not so complicated. It's not flower girl, sweet girl. You know,
straightforward.
Yeah. So it's just Hendrine Shikongo. Get to know me. Get to know my journey in Miss Namibia, and I look forward to interacting with you.
Well, we had so much fun with you in the kitchen, and we at What's Cooking wishes you all the best with your journey at Miss Namibia. We will support you and all our 19 other girls every step of the way. We can't wait to see how you guys grow and just see you execute all of these beautiful plans that you have for your advocacy and just growing as individuals. While we enjoy this cake, I can't wait to hear the rest of your plans. But as for us today, we just want to say thank you for watching What's Cooking. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you for joining What's Cooking. I had so much fun with my guest today, one of Namibia's top 20 finalists for Miss Namibia, when we made our chocolate chip banana bread. But don't worry, What's Cooking will be back next week, same time, same place, new guest, new recipe, so stay tuned.